All right. 3, 2, 1, and maybe we're back. I don't know how. Let me know. Just let me know if we're animating good now. Because if it freezes again, I'm just gonna shut it down and we're just gonna pre-record the rest.
Yeah.
And go through that. But to start over, let's just pretend like this is the first time we're going live. So, hey guys, welcome to. Is it streaming properly? Welcome to the latest episode of The Rundown. It's Thursday. Sorry, guys. We had some technical difficulties. It's just something that I'm trying to get the new system up and going. But it seems that whenever we live stream, record, and have a virtual host at the same time, my computer goes, the cooler goes like that. So that's just what happens. So joining me with this tight cooler of mine is Tabatha over here, who's trying to keep from farting and laughing at the same time.
Accurate.
And also to my left is my brand new wifey, Joy Fagan.
Hi.
See, Joy gets the first and the last name. But speaking of, because she's my wife now. But you know what? I'm not gonna put you out there like that, Tabs, because guys, breaking news. Tab and I, we just came from 23andMe, and we only paid half, so we only got like 11 and a half.
Yeah.
We paid for 11 and a half.
Yeah, 11 and a half.
And we found out that not only did we meet on a cosmic connection, like through the whole, if Joy didn't convince me to go to Comic Palooza as Ruby Rob, then I probably wouldn't have even spoke to this train wreck over here to my right.
Very much a train wreck.
And we would have never met. And then I was like, you know what? You seem like a gullible person that's easily manipulated. Would you like to join our YouTube channel? And she was like, sure. I'm like, yeah, you can trust me.
Very accurate standing of what happened.
You can trust me. I'm a doctor.
Oh my God, I hate it when you say that.
Trust me. All right. And then a couple of months later. After was it before or after we got married? Me and Joy got between the last time and this episode. Me and Joy did get married.
Yes.
We finally made it official. I gave her the ring and I said, "Here, you win." And then on Facebook was it that we were getting the congratulations? Let me see if I can go. All three of us
on Facebook.
Yeah, we were on Facebook and. Is the lower third working? Oh, the lower third's working again. All right. Anyway, it's a long story. And then it was your cousin. Fill that in? Go ahead.
Like, legitimately, I'm going to go wish them, congratulations, because I knew, and they posted a picture, and they looked all pretty and stuff. So I go on there to say congratulations, and I noticed that my cousin, like my dad's...
A real cousin.
My dad's sister cousin. I grew up with these cousins. Commented congratulations. I was like, hey, fool, how do you know them?
Why you always be jocking my style? Why you congratulating my friends?
I was like,
that ain't cool. Just turned into a gangster. That ain't cool. Let's say. What?
And so,
hey, fool.
And then he was like, well, it's my grandson's
other
grandparents.
Yeah.
And I was like,
what?
We share a grandbaby.
Yeah. Yeah. This one right here to this side of the screen and this one right here, I'll do the thumbs, are linked by blood. Have you ever seen Underworld? There is a blood tie. It's like the Likings and the vamp. There is a hybrid. My grandson, Aiden, is the link that will bring peace between the Likings and the vampires. I'm telling you, man. Aiden, he bring us all together. My grandson, bringing us together. And then I immediately called Tab. Yeah. I've been bugging her every day ever since with Tupac gifts. Cousin! Every day. Every day I'm just sending her, cousin, my cousin. You call me Cousin Pete. Cousin Pete.
So I keep sending him McLovin gifts.
I am McLovin. Yep. So yeah, well, there it goes. Cosmic connection. And now we are related by the universe by blood,
It's so crazy, y'all.
but with me through association with her.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm linked by marriage.
Yeah.
She's linked by blood.
It's so crazy.
But me and Joy have mixed up so much, we might as well be one and the same person. Because we're down with the swirl. Anyway. With that being, that was a quick off the top, guys. But we got the show. We're gonna do the rundown. Our show, like I said last time, we're gonna do our show in the 3 acts. Now that we're not lagging. Again, sorry, Nixon. I'll try to, if I can figure out the glitch and figure out why the computer can't handle all of it. We'll figure out. Maybe we'll have to go back to Zoom. I just don't have time to set it back up because the reason why is because I had to uninstall it. I uninstalled it, and so I would have to reinstall it back in. That's why I can't just do it now because it would just take too much time. Show is in 3 acts. Act 1, we talk about entertainment news. We talk about what's trending out there. In Act 2, we talk about reviews, so the latest things that we saw in the week. And a movie that we saw last week that's coming out tomorrow, guys. Look out for You People on Netflix tomorrow. It was great. Check out our review on that. Act 3, we do the rundown. We have a predetermined topic, which our rundown this time is the Academy Award nominees. But if you guys have a rundown that you want to share with us, whatever your favorite actors are, your favorite directors, whatever your favorite story, a wife, waking her husband up with hot grits to the face, whatever it is on TikTok, whatever.
Sounds horrible.
Yeah, but it is a thing. So your favorite, whatever you want us to run down, put it in the comments below and let us know. And the whole thing about going into overtime and stuff, the reason why I'm talking fast now, we're probably not going to do that. If I cut it off early and we do an overtime chat, you can catch that if you are a member or a patron. So become a member or patron so you can watch our explicit NC-17 shoes optional, underwear optional recordings of the rundown after we have a name for it now. Uh-huh. The lowdown, right? The lowdown. I'm not on the down low. I'm like that SNL sketch where I'm trying to convince people that I'm heterosexual. I'm not on the down low. But the show is going to be called The Lowdown. Yeah. But I will give you the lowdown.
The Lowdown after dark. I
just want you guys to know that. Just because you caught me in that gay bar does not mean that that's what I was doing. What I was doing was just mind your business. That's what I was doing there. That's what my favorite scene of Police Academy is the gay. I want to play that music. Right? I love that song.
Why do you need it? You just sing it.
Did you see SNL Saturday with Aubrey Plaza? Because that
was the funniest.
So I didn't get to watch the whole thing yet. I've seen like little skits of it, but man, they were good.
Did you see the gay bar?
No, I haven't seen the gay bar one.
The gay bar was funny.
I gotta watch
commercial,
that one.
But
yeah.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, I do need to watch it. I've only seen little bits.
I think I would have a good excuse, like if Joy caught me in a gay bar. What I was, you know what I mean? That'd be my excuse. That's how I would talk myself out of it. But in honor of Navigator Nixon, I still got the notes here. I'll shout out your some of the things you had in the notes, and and if you want to put it in anything you want to say in the chat room, let me know. I don't know if the chat is going or if anybody's typing anything.
I see people there, but no one's typed anything.
No one said anything. Hit the like button, fools. Anyway, all right, let's get started, guys. For the first act of the day, I'm skipping that. Let's go into. There's a whole thing with the Razzies. I'll power through this. From Variety. Wait, hold on. I can't do that because I don't even have my topics up. I'll figure it out as I go along. Okay. From Variety, the Razzies apologized for nominating a 12-year-old actor, Ryan, is it Kiara Armstrong? And confirmed Armstrong's name has been removed from the ballot for the movie that she played in, was it Firestarter? Mm-hmm. And moving forward, actors under 18 will no longer be nominated for a Razzie.
I actually need to catch up on this, so clue me in a little bit before I have an opinion.
That was basically the Razzie nominations came out the day before the Oscar nominations come out because they play the Razzies.
What the Razzies?
The Razzies is like the opposite of the Oscars. The worst. They celebrate the worst movies. and they nominated the girl who was doing the remake of Firestarter.
And she's
Drew
12.
Barrymore,
And she's 12.
And she's 12.
So it's feeling very harsh on a child's.
Well, people reacted like
People
it
are
was
like,
harsh.
man, she's 12.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: Navigator Nixon, she had a good idea. She did some research on this. This is not the first time that a young person was nominated for a Razzie, and I was surprised by this. But Nixon did some work,
Okay.
and she found out
Yeah, I see. She had-
back in the very first Razzies back in 1981, Brooke
Okay.
Shields was the
Oh.
first minor to be nominated for a Razzie at the age of 14, worst actress
For Blue Lagoon?
Blue Lagoon, and she won.
That just feels. First of all, Blue Lagoon was already a very
I'm gonna
risky
say,
movie for
but
a 14. Well, she was what when she started.
14 when she
14.
got nominated, so she
Well,
was
when
13 or
well,
14 when
12
she
or
was
13
when she was filming.
When she's filming, and that was a big controversy for her back in the day. Like it was a whole thing. So I think it. And granted, we have evolved a lot.
I think the last time there was a movie like that where a minor was in the risky was what's her name from Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man movies. What's her name?
Which one?
Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten Dunst when she
Oh,
was
you're
in
talking
that.
about the interview with the vampire?
no,
When she
the-
kissed Brad Pitt?
No, there was another movie where she was being sought after from a grown man.
I don't think that was.
That
her.
was it was. I know it was Kirsten.
Jodie, are you talking about Jodie Foster?
No,
Because wasn't she in one that was really risque and they had a big ordeal about?
probably yeah, I think so too. But I know Kirsten Dunst was in another one. But anyway,
There's
but
also,
I interrupted. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Fear with Marky Mark and
Oh.
Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, okay, I just think it's a very risky line to travel with kids. One, the whole Razzie situation, that's meant to make mockery of. It's meant to make mockery of the movie,
Right.
the actors in it, and to play off of how
They
bad
claim
it
they're
was.
not doing any bad. They claim that it's all
But
out of
there's
fun.
a lot of things that you need to be an adult to appreciate.
Correct.
Yeah,
Accepting
I
that
don't
people
think-
are poking fun
Correct.
and not.
Their minds aren't developed.
Exactly. That's exactly what I said. It's
they're-
not fair to do that to a child
Whose
who's
minds-
literally starting off in acting. There's a lot of people who don't get good at acting at all, but then there's some actors who get better with coaching
Correct.
and training.
And when you're looking at some of these movies, these aren't quality movies in the first place.
But
You know,
and these
Well, that's the
To-
point.
to-
Well, that's the
but I'm
point
just saying
of the
to-
other-
you know who should be on it? Their parents. Because who do you think is allowing them to try out for these movies? To audition. I'm such.
Well, not just movies that are risque. I mean, the Razzies. I see on that
But,
topic
like,
about
kids
about
being
that in the-
nominated in the Razzies. Honestly, this child is just trying to pursue a passion, and
Right.
their parents have approved them doing this movie. Most children at that age are just thrilled to be doing something. They're not really looking at the quality or the script and how good or bad their minds aren't developed enough to really
and
have that.
most adult, like, if you look at some famous actor now as an adult, and I'm just throwing names out, somebody huge, Ryan Reynolds or somebody who's like, oh man, and they'll pull up like, look at you when you were 10 in this commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
you
it's
was trash.
awful.
It's horrible.
It's always gonna be bad.
Horrible.
It's like, give them a chance to
Yeah.
make
How
it
about
somewhere.
you're allowed to put them in the Razzies for old movies once they're adults,
Adults.
because then they can make fun of
Yeah,
themselves.
because they usually make fun of themselves. Yeah, that's
Because they go on a
That's
talk
fair.
show and they're like, "Look at this footage we
Yeah.
found," and you're like, "Oh, where did you find that garbage
that.
from?"
You know what?
I think that's the
That is
solution.
actually a good idea. That Razzies, if you're listening, that's the idea. They put a pin on it.
Yes.
Wait
hold-
until they become
please.
18, and then bang on their door. Boom,
After
boom.
they've done some stuff and
Yes.
they go,
Yeah.
"Look what we found."
Yeah.
5 years
in the
ago, you
vault.
sucked. You
Like,
know, yeah.
Have a whole
Have a heart.
Have a whole classification of that.
Yeah.
Like be like the nostalgic version of what they deem for these people that are now of age to be able to be a part of this. Bring about a nostalgia to it, and that you could sell. That would be entertaining because we'd all be.
I can't remember what
They
it
have
was,
a
the,
lifetime achievement version as well. So maybe that's how they'll honor it.
Yeah.
When you were a kid, you suck.
What's his name that we just saw in Disney's? The one who's got split personalities. His name just left my mind.
Oh yeah, on Moon Knight.
Yes.
What's his name?
What?
Oh, he was in Ex Machina, the movie Ex Machina.
Well, he hosted SNL a few months back,
There was a
and
TV show called Moon Knight. It's a.
and when he hosted, he brought with him
Anybody in the live
Wait,
chat?
no.
Who's the guy who stars in Moon Knight?
The Wolf movie or the
No,
Wolf
no,
show?
not Wolf by Night.
No.
Moon
Oh.
Knight.
Moon
Oh,
Knight.
I
It's a
don't remember.
Disney.
Well, isn't that one on Disney?
Marvel.
Yeah.
This is a Marvel.
Is it black and white?
Well, we'll figure it out.
No.
We're gonna get off topic. Next time.
No, but he was pulling up his home movies when he was a little
The
kid.
kid,
and
yes.
like him and his best friend used to make these home movies where they were action stars. And it's like really terrible, but I mean, they were like 12 years old. So
If you watch the Val Kilmer documentary, he does the same thing, where it's him and his brothers making all these like little home videos, like back in the day with like the cameras that you carry on your shoulders. But yeah, that is, I feel, more appropriate than nominating a child for a present thing. It's just mean.
But back in the
It's
day,
just
it was less frowned upon. Now in the culture that we're living in today,
we're mindful of our children.
We're more mindful. Exactly.
Not latchkey.
Yeah, where you can get canceled for anything, right? They should have known better that this was time to probably retire this practice. But in 1981, that was Brooke Shields, when she was 14. 1994, Macaulay Culkin was nominated 3 times for 3 different movies, and when he was 13.
Rich? What?
Worst actor
that
nom,
movie as a
Getting
kid.
Even with Dad, Richie Rich,
Never
the
even
Page
heard of The
Master.
Page Master.
In 2000, Jake Lloyd when he was 11, worst supporting actor nom, The Phantom Menace. That was little Anakin, the boy who played young Anakin Skywalker in the Phantom Menace movie. He lost to the guy who played Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, that's a topic I do not want to get on.
And then now in 2023, Ryan Carey Armstrong at age 12, worst actress nom, but that was recalled for Firestarter. So thanks, Nixon, for doing that research for me. Let's I think we pretty much are giving our thoughts on all that. I'm trying to stall so I can get this. Let's see if I can get something going on here. If this is going to work before I move on to just making sure that works. Okay. Moving on to the next stop. Let's go into. Oh man, I kind of started that before I even went to the commercial. Should I do it? Yes, I do, because I need a breather. So before we get into the next topic, here's a word from the Navigator, guys. If the sound works. It says it should be working, but it's not.
Well, I have a little lag, so I can't hear.
No, the sound's not pumping through there.
Mm-mm.
All right, so
Our mics are working.
Yeah, there will be no commercial breaks.
You can look at it.
So sorry about that. Yeah, so sorry, Nixon, once again. Just something's just not working, and it's just not gonna happen. So so no commercials today. We're not cutting commercials, power through. The next topic of the week will be from DC. A little fun happened from the DC studios. Jason Momoa. I almost forgot his name. I'm like, why am I having a mind fart on Jason Momoa? Jason Momoa was in the DC studios. He was happy coming out of there. He had a meeting, and he had some fun, saying that there was some news coming up. He couldn't share it with us, couldn't tell us what it is, but it seems like he was very excited about it, and people are speculating that it was either he's either doing
by the way.
He's either doing a third, what is it? Aquaman, thank you. Or he's going to be playing a character that's known as Lobo. And I'm hoping that it's the Lobo thing. If I can get this graphic working here. God,
I mean, I'm not going to be sad about getting to see Jason Momoa in anything. Mm-hmm. He's a sexy beast. Yeah,
hey, babe, what do you think about Jason Momoa's his happy dance coming out of the DC studios? Let me go to you real quick.
He seems pumped up about it. He's ready to go.
Pumped up is the right word.
Are you guys? Is that something that? Am I missing something? What happened here? What pumped up about what? Are you guys being naughty again?
We're always naughty.
Let me fix. But yeah, there's Jason Momoa. If he was the Lobo character, he's been little Photoshop right there. The Lobo character is he's like a space bounty hunter. Yeah. Very strong. Goes toe to toe with Superman all the time. So it would be a fun character for him to play.
It's literally a futuristic Game of Thrones version of him. I am for it.
Of his character from Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Yeah.
I am for it.
It kind of does. That's actually a good observation. It does look like, what was his character name from?
God. That's
Drago.
right. Drago.
Oh, isn't that the
Nixon
Rocky?
will have to-
Isn't that the Rocky character? Drago?
You're talking about Harry Potter. I think is what you're talking
I
about, not Rocky.
didn't watch.
Hold on.
Thrones,
No, Drago, Rocky
so-
4.
Oh, I don't know who's watching Rocky 4. Not I. But now I can't think of how to say his name because he was in the very beginning and then, of course, left the show for death.
Yeah, and we didn't know how much we would love him as an actor.
Oh, and it's just honestly like his stuff like this that he does. I just absolutely love his interviews, his social energy.
All his energy all around. Yeah,
he just puts
It
out.
was Drogo. Khal Drogo.
We were
Yeah,
close.
Drago is from Rocky 4.
No, it's from Harry Potter. It's close to the Harry Potter kid.
In the comment section, when you hear the name Drago, what do you hear? Harry Potter or Rocky?
Khal Drogo.
Khal Drogo
Yeah.
from Harry Potter, but
Not Harry Potter.
That's
What?
from Game of Thrones.
That's from Game
Khal
of Thrones.
Drogo.
Khal Drogo is from Game
it
of Thrones.
doesn't matter. Drago is from Rocky.
Whatever. No one cares about Rocky.
But fan speculation for the Lobo character, though, I would be happy about that because, like you said, more Jason Momoa is not a bad thing at all.
Not at all.
But a friend of the channel, what was it called? Is it the Film Junkie? Let me see if I can get.
Can I insert just a little bit
Yeah,
on
go
him?
ahead.
Because I really hope that he has such a very fun humor and it's very dark and dry and sarcastic in a lot of ways. I really want him to take on a character that gets that dry, dark humor.
Zobo.
And so
Lobo.
I just think that would be perfect for him.
The way Lobo, that's Lobo all the way
Yeah.
around. He even when he curses, he doesn't curse from Earth. He doesn't use these space curse words are funny. So like instead of the F word, it's frag. Like you fragging Superman. But you know what he's really saying.
Yeah.
But it's
Like
it's,
SpongeBob version of the curse
it's,
words,
it's
like
the
barnacles.
funniest stuff ever. But a friend to the channel, the Film Junkie, he had a polling question on his channel, and I asked him if I could use it. He said, "Yeah, go ahead." And the results at the time when I pulled this up for the question, "What do you think is happening with Jason Momoa?" 40% said he's playing Lobo. 8% he's excited for more Aquaman. 43%, this was real close, said that he was going to be simultaneously playing both characters, Aquaman and Lobo, and then another 8% say he might be directing or producing a new DC project.
I mean, that's great and all, but I would love to see him in front of the camera, not
Yeah.
behind it.
I mean, you can do both. You can,
Yes,
if you're
absolutely.
producing and stuff, you can still be behind and in front of the camera. But guys, let us know what you guys think. What do you speculate is happening with Jason Momoa? What was that? What was that all about when he came out of the room? I can't do it justice, and I probably he's gonna punch me in the face for trying. So let us know your thoughts, and let's move on to the next topic of the week. The next thing that happened earlier this week, and speaking about
I know.
Emilia Clarke.
It really transitioned well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, by design. Me and Nixon been working on this all week. Emilia Clarke has no interest in Hot D. I'll just put it like that. Look at the lower third. I said it. Yeah. Emilia Clarke has no interest in Hot D.
I saw the clip of that little interview.
What happened there, babe?
Well, she was just like, it feels very like watching your grandparents. So it's like, it's before my time. So these are like, supposed to be like my grandparent, greats.
I don't buy that excuse.
She's like, I don't want to watch that.
I like the other excuse better. Like it's a high school reunion for a year that I didn't graduate. I like that excuse better. But that one for my just watch the show. Like just say you don't have time. That's it. I mean, you had time for Game of Thrones because you were on the show getting paid.
A lot of these actors will say they've never even watched the stuff
Their
that
own
they're
stuff.
in. They're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
I've
makes
actually
them
never
uncomfortable.
watched it.
But you read the script. What about you, Nixon? What do you think about
Nixon.
Nixon? My bad. What about you, cuz? What do you think about Emilia Clarke?
First of all, nothing against you, Nixon, but I am Tabatha.
Quit acting like such a Tabatha and answer the damn question. How's the
I
Hot D?
I get it. Like, you got to look at it this way.
Khaleesi doesn't like Hot D.
It's not that Khaleesi doesn't like Hot D. Khaleesi has had enough of the D. as the token lesbian on the show, I'm okay with her stance on not wanting the hot D.
Okay.
I'm fine with seeing her in some new age lesbian romance comedies.
Oh no! Come on! Don't fantasy draft now. Come on, let's.
I don't think you understand my love for
There
Khaleesi.
are some that can't even remember who was in the stuff with them. Like we've seen some of these actors are
We
like,
couldn't even remember Jason Momoa's character's name.
Right.
no, I mean
So
like some of
many.
these actors are like, oh, wasn't he in that movie with you? No, I don't think so. And they're like, yeah, he was. Oh, well, we didn't shoot any scenes together. I've never watched it. All I did was shoot my
Elizabeth
own
Olsen.
scenes
That was Elizabeth
and
Olsen.
I was out of here.
Yeah.
If you think about how big that
That what? The hot D?
The franchise. There's like
how big
40, 50
Think how
actors.
huge.
that actor. I mean, I'm lopping it up there, man. How long that actors list is, that makes total
and
sense.
a lot of the stuff they shoot as well in batches, like, oh, we're going to do all your stuff. It's multiple episodes. And they don't even, they're not shot together. It's not like they're shooting it in the order that you're watching something.
Definitely, it makes sense. I honestly don't think anything bad about her not wanting to be a part of it, and I totally get it.
She gets HBO Max for free. Come on.
But would
Pump
you
in the damn episode.
But a storyline that you had to do for so many years, and then now they want you to go and read the prequels to it.
What's she
or
busy
watch the
with?
prequels?
Terminator? Ain't happening anymore.
I'm done with you.
Just teasing. I know she's a busy she's a working actress. I know that's what I would have. I just don't have time to watch somebody pretend to be me on screen. No, like I can just see her getting mad. Like, what if she secretly is upset that because what's her name is the new her, like the new hotness of the Targaryen.
I don't think
group.
I wholeheartedly don't even see.
I
that
started
being
this
an option.
Targaryen shit. This is the motherfucking thanks I get.
Oh my god, you always trying to start drama.
I'm a messy bitch.
You are a messy bitch.
I'm a messy bitch. I don't know. I just think that's what's happening. I sense a little bit of I'm just joking. No, there's no jealousy there. Let us know what you think. Well, I mean, Emily Clarke says that she ain't got time to watch anybody on TV. It's like the movie The 5 Heartbeats. How does it feel to be me? Nights like this, I wish raindrops would fall. 5 Heartbeats. Come on.
That's yours.
Nights like this. Okay. Anyway, let us know what you guys think in the box below, and maybe we'll talk about it a little bit more on We Got Your Mail. Moving on to the main topic of first act here. Let's go. Let's get right into it. Big news right here. This guy, forgot his name already.
Did you really?
Roland? Yeah.
Justin Roiland.
Justin Hemorrhoid here. Adult Swim has cut ties with Justin Roiland. I just can't take that last name seriously. See right here, this is him chunking the deuce as he's leaving the studio. In the wake of news that the Rick and Morty co-creator was charged with felony domestic abuse in Orange County, Adult Swim has ended its association with Justin Roiland. Even yesterday on the John Campea show, a viewer asked, "Aren't we innocent until proven guilty?" So we got some of those same kind of responses when I was asked the same question, when will he be fired, in regards to the Netflix Wednesday actor possible removal from that show for also being accused of abuse. So the question is, why are people online constantly placing the question in innocent until proven guilty in the court of public opinion when it comes to these things? Joe, what do you think about this? Why do people throw that around so fast?
I mean, that's technically true, but I think these big companies are just, they don't really care whether it's true or not. They don't want to be involved in the drama.
Exactly.
They don't want that draw to their name in any way, shape, or form, so they just rather, let's just cut it now.
What about you, Tess? Why do you think people are constantly starting up with, but what about? No.
So I'm a big advocate of innocent until proven guilty. I really am.
I am, me too.
Like, truly, big advocate of it. I typically even hold my opinions until I get more information, know more facts, and get a better big picture. And because right now we're getting a very small slice.
This happened in 2020.
But we're getting a small slice of what is going on
Yeah.
now. Do I think it's smart for a company to cut ties? with someone who's got that severe of drama going on, even if he may be innocent, absolutely, I think that's appropriate.
Exactly.
Because that company has to look at, okay, do we want to take on this person's personal life issues that now has affected our company?
Exactly.
Any business outside of this being a major corporation has that right to look at it like that, because that's their livelihood and that's his private life. His private life now hasn't become private, it's become public, and it's affected the business.
Yeah.
So as a business stance, it's better to cut your ties than wait to see if he's innocent or guilty, because it's affecting your business.
Sing it, cuz. And that's exactly what I said. I said pretty much the same thing in our comment section when we were talking about the Wednesday act.
Yeah.
And I just posed the question: what would the producers of that show are likely to do, or what could they do? Should they cut ties now, since it's early, and not take on, just like you said, the people who are in the comment section here asking that, well, it's innocent until proven guilty, they should do nothing because there's nobody knows what's going on. That works both ways. Mm-hmm. You don't know if he's being set up, if he's being framed, if he's 100% innocent. And you equally don't know that he's 100% guilty, that he did that shit, and that he's a menace to society. You don't know. What you do know is everybody else around him on the set of Wednesday and the Rick and Morty, whatever it is, Jenna Ortega, all of those actors, the key grips, the director, all the other guys that are involved with production, they didn't do shit. Yep. They are not involved, and guys that get themselves into these things, whether they're innocent or guilty. The other actors, like Tabs, you're on the set of a movie. Your co-star gets into some real hot water abuse of women. When you're about to go on the press junket to promote said movies, what do you think the first question is going to be asked of you?
Not about the movie.
It's going to be about this. And is that fair to you?
Nope.
No.
Absolutely
You didn't do
not.
shit. You
Exactly.
didn't get into a fight. You didn't hit anybody. Joy, what would you do? Like, you're on the set, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Hey, what about your work? Do you feel safe around your co-star? Whether he's innocent, it doesn't matter whether." So, how would you feel about being put in that spot, being on set?
I mean, I feel like it's sad, or not necessarily sad, especially if you did it, but that it feels like you're not giving them the opportunity to be innocent until guilty. But this is a business. This is something that's probably going to get dragged out in court for who knows how long, and in that whole time, they have a business to run.
And that's 100%. And there it is. There was the answer. They have the right to say, I ain't got time for that.
It's like on him on a personal level, okay, he's innocent until proven guilty. Yeah. But this is their business, not owned by him. So they got to do what they got to do to.
I think it just really comes down to that his private life is now affecting the business, and that's just not acceptable.
And I also said this to another person. I think it was on We Got Your Mail on TikTok. The corporation, the production, so it doesn't matter whether it's a movie set or whether it's your own personal job. The employer is paying the actor in this situation to act and to read the lines and act in front of the camera. They did not hire you to take on any and all of your personal stuff. There are certain things that corporations will stand by and be like, we're not going to comment, we're not going to take any sides, we're not going to do this, we're going to wait till it all. There's sometimes when that happens, but they have every right to disassociate themselves when they, especially to, what was the analogy that I used? Right now you have an infected finger, and if I'm being told that this chaos was going to go through into my hand, into my arm, affect my heart and my blood, you got to cut the finger off. Sometimes you just got to cut it off. You got to save the body.
Yep.
So it's and if it turns out that limb was innocent, I'm sorry.
You're just down a finger, not a whole arm.
I made an executive decision with the information that I had now, and I got to protect the rest of the body. Mm-hmm. Especially Jenna Ortega, who's now on a hot streak. And if she feels comfortable, I'm sure the producers are gonna listen. I'm sorry, she's the face of the. I'm sorry, that's business. It's not show friends, it's show business. So that's just how it goes. But let us know what you. Anything else you have to add to it?
Great.
Let us know what you guys think about that topic. Are you one of the guys that's gonna be in my chat room? He's innocent, can't prove he hasn't been convicted anything of nothing. I know that. There was another guy on the comic section. I can't believe you guys didn't do your research about Michael Jackson. I'm like, dude. I'm 42 years old. I lived through the whole thing. Just because you're a mega fan, and I love Michael's music too, but when I said what I said, I love his music. I'm not gonna let him babysit my children. Oh, that's how I felt. I can do two things because I can't risk it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even let your next door neighbor do this stuff. But celebrities get these passes all the time.
Yeah.
The celebrity worshiping gets on my nerves.
There's a whole concept of the art versus the person, or the science versus the person. What's too much? What's too far? It is a tale-old argument.
The tale is old as time.
Like one of those things you could debate back and forth for hours on end.
The election was rigged.
And there's always going to be people that are on, like, there's not really going to be much common ground on something that's so sensitive.
Fake news. Okay.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
Act 2.
let us know what you guys think about that as we move on to Act 2 of the show. Obviously, the commercials aren't working anymore. Can't even take a pee break. So, this water that I drank, I'm just going to have to sweat it out. All right, moving into Act 2. Real quick conversation about, did everybody get caught up with The Last of Us, episode 2? Okay, we had to. You didn't catch Last of Us episode 1 when it first aired. You had to catch up a little bit later. You binged both episodes, at the same time. What did you? How did it hit you? Did you play the video game, or are you now? Oh no, you would not have played that video game.
No.
You are
so I
a
knew
huge
of the game,
wuss.
but I couldn't handle that video game because of how it was set up. It would have terrified me through the entire thing. I really enjoyed this concept of sort of apocalyptic spread. You know, the whole idea is fascinating to me, and getting to see it, like, I knew about this idea, of course, many moons ago, but like getting to see it on the screen I thought was really cool, and then kind of getting to see the aftermath of everything and how they're developing that world is, I think, being done really well. I was legitimately terrifiid.
I was gonna say I was doing good until the last
Yes.
five or so minutes.
It's funny how they snuck the
and then
horror
I
in.
was like,
That thing. Yeah.
I was like,
No,
there
the clickers.
comes the jump scares.
No, here's the worst part, y'all. Y'all already know I cannot handle horror. I cannot handle scary. I am the biggest baby known to man. That thing came on the screen the moment.
Right, this part, or
No, the face splitting thing came on
the
that
clicker?
thing. Came on the screen, like, at me.
what about that scene?
Ugh, stop. As my children were walking in the door from coming back from their dads, and I didn't hear them
They're like,
because
danger!
I was so freaked out in my couch, like I'm intently watching this because I am freaked the F out. Heard them, and my daughter comes up on me, and I swear to goodness I jumped out of my freaking skin. It was the worst.
That TikTok video with that dad and that little girl that's standing behind him, and he doesn't see her.
Yeah,
He's
kids sneak up on you. Yeah.
Why you do that? And she's just like,
That's how you get punched.
Look, I'm telling y'all, like, it was like I didn't like scream or anything, but you know that internal battle you get when you're truly terrified, where it's like silent terror.
Yeah.
That is what.
well, it was like in the museum when they. You knew it was there somewhere,
Yes.
but you didn't see it. You just kept hearing the.
Yes, I was. Like,
I was
God.
fine because
God, it's coming.
I played the game a little
Here.
bit, and that was episode 1 and episode 2 was the part of the game that I got to. I'm assuming episode 3 might be where I stopped.
Yeah.
So it's going to be all surprise. When I started recognizing the room that they were in and stuff, I was like, I played this part. I know what's about to happen.
Okay.
But it was still. That didn't help me. I was like, that thing right there freaked me out. The clickers
too
are
much.
there. It's the fact that that they're connected with that, was it spore,
Like
the
a hive
fungus, the hive
mind.
mind of
Yes.
these funguses, and the fact that this is based on something that actually does happen in nature, right?
Yep.
From what I saw on YouTube,
The fungus
the fungus that
aspects.
goes into the brains of
Yep.
the ants and stuff
Yep.
and takes over their minds
Yep.
and stuff. And the reason why it can't happen to humans is because our body temperatures are too hot for that to survive. But what if the fungus were to evolve? They set it up perfectly on
It wasn't.
episode.
I don't think the fungus that evolved. It was humans evolved because of climate change. Their body temperature went down, and therefore isn't that how?
I mean, humans are still warm-blooded. We couldn't
I know, but it went down enough to where the fungus could survive in the body, because that's when the one lady came into the picture and she was like, this fungus can't survive in the body.
Because the body is too hot. No, what they said was that because of climate change and because the Earth is getting hotter, the fungus has learned how to survive in
I thought they were saying, like, the body
the fungus has learned how to survive in warmer temperatures now, which is us.
Yeah. Okay.
So they've gotten into the but I loved episode 1 and 2 the way it began, because they did the backstories like in Indonesia and stuff. That Indonesia scene was not in the game. Like they I feel like that's going to be in every episode. They're going to go back in time, show them trying to prevent it, and then we're going to get.
I was actually quite fascinated by that aspect.
The Indonesia,
like the build up to the new world apocalyptic spread.
The fact that even that lady was like, bomb it all.
Yeah,
she
was
because
like, bomb it all.
She's like, let me go home and say goodbye.
Yes.
Like, just
kill us all, because this is going to kill. She knew what was happening, because that guy, when the first episode, when it was all the way back in the 60s, when he predicted it, he was like, if the fungus were to evolve, there's no vaccine for it, there's no cure for it, it's over. And so he talked about that way back then. So she already knew. She's on screen right here. This young lady right here, bomb it.
By the way, my heart is broken because she is because episode 2 with her.
You play the game. That was it. First couple. I was play the game. I'm sorry, but
my heart
she's gone.
Broken,
I knew she was gone. She's a gone.
Oh, Tess.
We're Fringe fans, so we saw her in Fringe.
So
she was
mad.
awesome.
I was like, no.
But I knew her sacrifice was coming. But yeah, she. But the way they drew it out when they showed you how when that one person died and then the fungus connected and it traveled and contacted all those zombies from all the way down the street, and they came running. That was, and then she sacrificed herself. That
really got me. I described it as like a blend of Walking Dead and World War Z.
Yeah.
Because I was like, they're not supposed to be that fast.
Yeah. Fast zombies are the best zombies.
Oh, I hate them. I need slow zombies. Please let me have slow zombies. That's what I need.
You didn't like the episode, babe?
Oh, no, I mean, it was good, but I don't like them.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. This person right here talking about how she's not going to watch the next topic that we have. But I mean, it was a good episode, and I hope you guys keep watching it. If you want to tap out because you're a bunch of crybabies, fine. But it's another bit of news that happened. The Last of Us episode 2 broke an HBO viewing record, the biggest jump. Like episode 1 had like 4.7 million viewers. Episode 2, 5.7. It went up another million views. This is just going up and up, which proves that the Netflix way of doing it, binging it all at once, is not the way to do it, because the conversation would just be going on for like maybe a week and then we're moving on. But
people
when you do it,
don't know, like us old folks.
The millennials love a good
build.
Week
build.
The one you had to wait, hold on, like, let me run to the bathroom. The commercials on. I gotta get snacks. I gotta go.
I hate commercials, but I miss the thrill of going to the restroom or grabbing food during the commercial.
No, you guys heard that, right? I miss the thrill of going to the bathroom. This girl is all about relieving herself.
Everybody's like, run, hurry.
Oh my God.
It was the best. You would have like somebody in the living room screaming, it's back.
Yeah. You know the commercial break is over when that Pepto commercial come on. You know, this is commercial number 3. You better hurry your ass up. And then you hear in the background, you hear. And then, that's what you would hear.
I mean, there were memories of my childhood of like diving back onto the couch to get back in that little fetal position. Yes, like I missed that thrill. Like it was amazing.
The Hulu streaming thing don't give us the Peacock commercials. They don't last that long. It's like 60 seconds.
Yeah, max 60.
Yeah, but that's
I can barely go pee that fast.
That's funny. All right, guys, what did you think about episode 2? It was great. I'm gonna keep watching it. This is the Pedro Pascal.
Yeah,
is crushing. He got the #1 show now on HBO. He's about to have the #1 show on Disney Plus.
He's zaddy all over TikTok.
Oh, joy! It's all about it.
Yeah, last night, I kissed her on the neck and she said, "Thank you, Pedro." What? What was that?
I'm just cracking up by the fact that he answers people on like Twitter, and it's hilarious.
Yeah. I
mean, that's why.
No, I agree
It
with her. That's
cracks me
great, but
up.
he's not bad to look at. I mean, he's like like you said, he's a zaddy because he's not like this traditional like good-looking man, but he has like this rugged like I'll protect you vibe, and yeah.
It was that scene from Game of Thrones when he fought for Peter Dinklage. That's where everybody fell in love with him.
I think somebody asked him once, they're like, I bet you get on Twitter when you feel down just so you can read all the comments. He was like, sometimes.
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 I mean, why deny that?
The second he logs on the internet, it doesn't go welcome. It goes, Daddy's home. That's his login. That's probably his username. Zaddy's home.
Oh
God. Let us know what you guys think about episode 2 of almost at The Walking Dead, The Last of Us. Your thoughts on the show overall about big zaddy Pedro. I keep calling him Peter, but it's Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
And let us know your thoughts on all that. What did you think about these beautiful clickers right here? I say that word too fast. You might have thought I said something racist, didn't you? But anyway, damn clickers. Anyway, I can say it. Let's move on to the next topic right here. This was about to lose her mind. All right. Next up, I asked everybody to please join me in watching the Scream 6 trailer. And the first message I got was, I'll watch it, but I ain't going to the damn movie on it.
That's exactly what I said.
That's what this one right here said. Did everybody see it?
You didn't tell me to watch it.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. My bad. So,
He just likes torturing me.
yeah, I
But I've seen all
it.
the Scream movies, so I'll watch this one.
I won't watch them.
But what did you think about? So this did you see, you didn't see the last one at all? Did you see any of the Scream movies?
I think I've seen the first one, which was what in
90 something.
I was gonna say 94, but I was like, that's too early.
95, maybe 6,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, no, I do not know how to get this across to you so that you will grasp it and understand this bit of information. But I truly do not find entertainment in horror or scary, intense, or like grotesquely torturous movies. I do not find them entertaining. It does nothing but create anxiety for me. I have nightmares. It is literally a horrible time for me. I don't enjoy it.
Something, a good observation that came from Navigator Nixon, though, was it's interesting, though. How did she say it, Nixon? How Tabs can watch Keanu Reeves in John Wick doing all of that stuff, and literally the things he did in those movies were more horrific than any of the Scream movies.
No, I disagree. So Scream is there to create a terror in you, okay? It's there to create an anxiety, a fear.
Yes.
John Wick is not in that for that.
He is literally the boogeyman.
No. He's called the boogeyman
He's
from
Baba
the
motherfucking Yaga.
by the other bad people.
Exactly.
So he is there. He is an anti-hero. I am a sucker for an anti-hero.
It's just because it's Keanu Reeves.
He is protecting.
If Keanu Reeves was Ghostface, she'd be watching the movie.
First of all, I would not, because I don't like the setup of. I think Scream's a horrible storyline. I do not like it to begin with. 2, it is completely different. He is trying to protect his dog. Every lesbian's gonna love that. He's trying to protect his and create a promise that he made to his dead wife. Talking to a widow, all about that.
There's love, loyalty, and things like that going on in the Scream franchise. You should have seen Scream 3.
Love of terror.
There's some revenge.
That's no. I'm sorry. It is completely different.
No,
it is different.
I can't. I look. If you can go into a library and brutally put a book in a dude's mouth and beat him to death,
who is already bad. These people.
A lot of the people in the Scream movies that got killed were all some of them were some assholes.
Let's talk about the first one. They were all basically children, teenagers. I don't want to watch a movie about people trying to kill teenagers. We're talking about another movie where they just kill another bad guys.
Some of those guys that got killed were some jerks. The Fonz, he threatened to suspend those kids, man. He had to go. But the major question that came up with, I just felt like if you can stomach a pencil in the head, then you could.
So I really still don't like seeing the fight. Like, I like actually the technicality and the agility of like Kill Bill and John Wick of the fight scenes. I truly don't like watching people get hurt. But I don't have an attachment to the characters who are getting hurt in those movies
Mm-hmm.
because they're the bad guys. When you go to horror and scary movies, they force a connection with the people who are going to get hurt.
Rip you away.
And I don't
That's
like
the-
that's not
form.
a-
That's a
that's not
form.
enter-
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
just that's a
entertainment for
recipe
me.
that you don't that you. That's
It's not
fine.
entertainment.
It's subjective, and if it doesn't, if you don't like it, you don't love it. But the question that came up with because this was always Neve Campbell's franchise.
Yeah.
And this was the first time now that Neve Campbell will not be starring in it because she was right. I mean, usually when there's a sequel and there's even in television when there's a season 2, season 3, your pay starts to go up because if you're renewing a show or if you're making a sequel, that's usually because a profit was made. And if after all these years, Neve Campbell's saying that she's still getting close to the equivalent of what she was getting paid when she first started, and then in other franchises, dudes be getting all kinds of crazy money, and this is a profitable franchise. She's like, no, I'm not going to be in the next one, and I don't blame her. And I'm not saying that they predicted because Hollywood. We usually see actors get hot, and we think this guys came out of nowhere. Hollywood vets people way longer than we realize it on other things. There's a bunch of things we don't see that producers and people in the business see. I think they gambled and they thought, okay, we're not going to have Neve Campbell, but this Jenna Ortega may be. I think they gambled. They took a risk, and I don't feel like the risk was going to pay off until when this movie came out. I mean, Jenna did a good job in part 5. I believe it was when Wednesday caught fire that they realized, whoo, there's nothing to worry about for Scream 6. We still got Courtney Cox, and Jenna Ortega is on fire right now. I feel like at this point right now, I'm not saying that what Neve Campbell did was a mistake. I'm saying now there's less of an incentive to give Neve Campbell they're going to give Jenna Ortega a pay increase too, but Neve Campbell 5 movies? Neve Campbell is deserving of a way more than anybody. She's the face of this franchise. I think now they're happy to start over with a new actor. They're going to give her more money too, but they're probably saving money what they technically owe to Neve Campbell. I think they feel like now that they made the best bet. I feel like now this is now about to become Jenna Ortega's franchise.
Do you really see? Okay. Maybe because I don't watch the Screams and I don't enjoy it, I don't have this sort of predisposition of its success.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't think that these movies are incredibly successful. I like in a fame aspect.
I mean, there's these types of movies don't have. I mean, don't have a lot of special effects and things like that. So these types of movies are usually produced with what the equivalent in comparison to Avengers Endgame. This is pocket change.
Okay, so we're talking about profit in the sense of
a movie like this that only costs $50 million to make, if that makes anywhere over $100 million,
you're their success.
they're like, yes.
But like
horror,
when you're talking about like they're like, woo, Wednesday did great. I don't necessarily see. Maybe it's just because I don't like the Scream. So this could very well be that I can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily see Wednesday's success.
I mean, her as an actor person is trending. She's trending.
She's trending, but I don't think that that's going to hold the same level of pull for this movie like Neve Campbell would, because like you said, she was across. People knew this movie because of her. This, like you said, was her friend, just like Courtney Cox, and so I just feel like it's not. I think it was a mistake for them to not provide Neve Campbell what she rightfully deserved to be in this movie. I think that was a big mistake for something that I don't feel is a very successful movie. I know that we're talking in the sense of, you know, what you spent versus what you make, but if we're talking about in the success of movies, I don't think it's, in my personal opinion, and this is going to be one of those ones where I don't think it's going to do well.
You're in a way right and wrong. Neve Campbell has a huge, a great resume. I even loved her in the TV shows that like House of Cards and stuff like that. She's been in a lot of things, and she was not wrong with what she technically deserves because of the draw that she would. People watch these movies to see Sydney go through it. When the announcement that she wasn't going to be on it, everybody almost across the board had the same feeling, like, oh, this is going to be bad for the franchise. It's not going to work. But I also think that everybody's fears of whether or not the movie was going to work without the Sydney character evaporated a little bit. after because the pop of, and I'm gonna call it a pop like it's a wrestling term. The pop of Jenna Ortega's popularity, not only. I mean, I feel like it could almost draw in new fans who are just coming in just to see her.
Versus
and
the
that's
nostalgia.
That's a versus. Yeah, versus. There's still going to be some loyalists to the Scream movies, not just necessarily Neve Campbell. That's going to come no matter what, like me. But I think Jenna Ortega now, with her new following, can bring in some numbers that might also either balance it out or possibly might.
Do you want to know something honestly, though? I didn't even know she was in this movie until you...
She was in part 5. This is part 6.
I didn't even know she was in part 5.
And that's my point. I liked Jenna Ortega's performance in the second season of You that we saw? You don't know, you don't watch it. That. But I noticed her, and I could tell, I said, she's good. But she didn't get a pop. She was good in that. She was funny. She was like a kick-ass, like take no nonsense, kind of a smart mouth, sarcastic girl. But when Wednesday came out, I was like, oh, that's, and because Scream 5 came out first, it was still focused on Neve Campbell and the old school cast mostly. Spoiler alert: there's fewer of the legacy characters alive now. So, somebody is gone. So now, not only that, now Neve Campbell, her character's still alive, but she's not even in the movie. Now you got one legacy character that's in this upcoming movie. I honestly don't think that Courtney Cox is going to make it. I honestly feel like the producers are weaning off of the legacy characters and moving on to a new set.
Like they're trying
to create a transition. And this movie is going to be the transition. I think the last movie was a beginning of the. I think that was always the plan.
There is a time though when you should stop making the same damn movie.
No, it's not. Not when it's profitable. That's. Ugh. People always make
it's like
that
the Fast and the Furious crap. I'm like, how many times can we watch the same movie?
Make them stop making $1 billion, and they'll stop.
It's like
people make that argument a lot, that there's no new movies in Hollywood. They don't want to make original content. People go back and look at the movies that came out in 2022, 2021, 2020. There is more original content every year than just sequels. It always happens.
That's not my complaint.
Well, what happens is they just don't get viewed as many times as the sequels.
Yeah. My complaint, I like the new stuff. I want to see new storylines. Mm-hmm. I want to see new things. I don't even mind seeing something like this if it is a new concept. What I hate, and it's just me, is when it goes so long that it gets to the point of like Fast and Furious. Like, that is just too many ways that people can get in a car and try to steal something and race down the street. Yeah. I'm just done.
You agree with that, babe? Because even in the trailer that we watched, you said you didn't see it. Courtney Cox herself in the trailer said, "You're like the 10th mother effer that tried this shit." I mean, that's one of the brilliant.
He's like, "I'm different."
Yeah, but even through the trailer, you could tell something. I have a theory of who he might be, and it's not Neve Campbell. I have a theory of why.
How funny would that be? She comes back for number 7.
I've always said she should have snapped a long time ago. I've always said that, but I have a feeling who it might be. But
God, and then you can play the TikTok sound. The problem. It's me.
But he said, that would be funny. But that's what Ghostface said in the trailer. That's what Courtney Cox said, and that's why I think, because we saw a lot of Courtney Cox in that trailer. That's why I think she's dead. I think she dies in that scene. Like, you are he said, "Oh, if you come in this room, I got this gun waiting for you." Yeah. I'm gonna
I'm still curious though how she shot through the freaking door, and this is why I don't.
Because he wasn't stupid enough to be standing in front of it.
But he was standing right there whenever.
But go back to the trailer. She announced that she had a gun.
So what? She was so far back and shooting through a door. She still had bullets in her gun, obviously, because she barreled off.
Oh, you're talking about when he burst through.
Yeah, when he burst through.
Yeah,
like,
no,
okay,
I thought you were saying.
All those bullets?
Yeah, of course. Because this Ghostface has probably studied her. Courtney Cox's character has become a if you would have loved it in part 5. Her and Neve Campbell's made that kind of a comment when one of the killers was pretending to be wounded, like, "Oh, can you help me?" And then Neve Campbell was like, "You believe this bitch? No, she's the killer." It was no nonsense with that. That was one of the things I appreciated about part 5.
That's what you got to double tap it.
But I know you haven't seen the trailer. But what do you think about my theory about Jenna Ortega? Are you because she was the focus in part 5. I mean, Neve Campbell and them were there, but it was about Jenna Ortega and her sister especially her sister, Mo.
Well, because I don't think Nev was even in. She wasn't in the entire movie. It was towards the end.
It felt like it was transitioning, and I think now it's paying off thanks to the pop. I mean, but that's just my opinion. What do you think?
I mean, this will probably be the judge if
This will be the ultimate.
if it gets a good reaction, then that kind of lets them know they can keep it going.
The direction they're trying to push
without.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you brought up Fast and the Furious because people think that, you know, they feel like they feel about the first three, then they feel like, no, it got better after The Rock joined and all that stuff. But it was after the fourth one, before The Rock came, that you could feel like they were going in a new kind of direction. There was this over the top, but the stories was getting more exciting. Like, okay, you found your voice, you found your formula. I think that's equally what's happening with Scream. I feel like after part 5, they're like, I was like, they're trying something new. I feel like it's a new generation. And they found a clever way to not make it lame and stale, because the part 4, part 3, but it was like you said, it was lame and stale. It was just repeating the same. But they're trying something. I like the fact that in the newer movies right now, they will call out that stuff more, more. Like having Neve Campbell and Courtney Cox go, because that happened in part 5 through almost the whole movie with. What's Courtney Cox's
Basically, we're not going to go look in the dark anymore.
David Cox Arquette in the beginning of part 5, he was like, so what do you think? Who do you think the killer is? He said, I think it's this guy, the boyfriend. It's him. It's got to be him, because it's the only thing that makes sense. And at the end of the movie, he was like, this motherfucker, he nailed it. And y'all didn't listen. like spoiler. Sorry if you haven't watched it, but I know you don't care.
I don't care.
But yeah, David.
You do realize it's a brilliant writing tactic, right? Yeah. Where they literally, it's like the Scooby-Doo effect.
They look at the camera.
They literally tell you who the killer is going to be.
And then you don't believe it.
And you don't believe it. And then that's what it is.
And that's what I feel like they're doing. Like, there's a new formula that they're adding in it. Because the Scream movies always would call themselves out and cliches out. That was a part of the gimmick.
The gimmick, yeah.
But now they're like extremely calling shit out.
The
like,
sister of the boy that died in the very, very first one, his sister was in number 5, and they had to go talk to her to get all the rules.
Randy, and now his nephews and niece are now. Yeah, there's going to always be connections to the originals and stuff, but I feel like this is a transition. We have a new group, and like you said, this is going to be the movie that's really going to be the test if Jenna Ortega's leading power is going to stand. And here's the sad part about it. I feel like Jenna Ortega, because they're not going to make the same mistake twice. I feel like if it's a success, the money that they should have been giving Neve Campbell, they will have, because there's no way in the world you're going to be stupid enough to do it to two different girls.
It just pisses me off, even because
producers will try to male or female producers will try to screw you over and save a buck if they
look.
I'm but they do
business,
it to women more.
They do it to women in this industry,
but they won't do it to Jenna Ortega. I'm telling you, because they will be dumb as hell to do it again, because I feel like that's why Courtney Cox is gone.
If she allows it, that's going to be her mistake, because she is setting the trend.
Yeah, but I feel like the way the internet is set up and stuff, and the way things are, I think there's too much information flowing around online that things can catch fire and trend too quick. Let's just say this: if the internet was invented back when Scream 1 came out, they would have hashtag canceled the producers a long time ago. Nev would have been getting paid and stuff. But all right, moving on to the next thing. I know we went long on that one. Let us know what you guys think about that, and share your thoughts below. Do we want to skip the reads and just move on, or do you want to read one? Or how about one? We'll do one.
Okay, do one.
Let's do one. I wanted to do something we haven't done in a while over here, which is Reddit. We haven't done Reddit in a long time. So like I said, Act 2 is what I call now Triple R. I have a graphic for it, but you guys won't hear it. Let me see if I can try to sneak it on here. No, that's the rundown graphic. My fault. That's the wrong graphic. No, I'm so proud of it. I gotta play it.
Oh my goodness.
There. The Act 2 is reviews, reactions, and reads, or Triple R. And I haven't seen this movie yet, but I want to see RRR so bad. So that's why I called it the Triple R. Reviews, reactions, and reads.
I just love that scene.
I've got to watch that movie. That's the most over-the-top freaking movie I've ever seen. I've got to watch that movie. So let's do a
we really should do a record watch for that movie.
Of RRR?
That would be hilarious.
First time watching?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I want to. Yeah, okay. You got a deal. We'll do a first time watching. Let's do a Reddit read real quick. If I can pull up the. What did I? We'll just do one, since we're way over time. Or we can do that in overtime.
Sure.
We'll save that for the the members and the patrons. We'll give you a little taste online. Sorry guys, no Reddit read for you on the live stream. You're gonna have to become a member or a patron. Fooled you. All right, moving on to the rundown part of the show. I'm glad I spoke up on that one, guys. Sorry about if I dangled the carrot in front of you like that, but
he's not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. But we're running out of time, guys, so we got to move it along. The rundown.
Let's do it.
We're gonna run down the Academy Award nominees real quick. Not all of them, but the ones that I just felt like. I didn't write it on here. So it's not there. So we're gonna have to look at the monitor to read it off here if I can get this going on. So let me start off with nominees for production design. We're gonna do a rundown of the nominees and give you our thoughts of who may win. I want to kind of compare them if you can remember your best of 2022.
Okay.
See if any of your best or your worst pops up on any of these.
Elvis, Avatar.
like, can I get the graphic working first?
No.
Nominees for production design. Nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front. Number 2, Avatar: The Way of Water. Number 3, Babylon. Elvis and The Fabelmans. I already know what your pick for best production design.
For best production design, I'm going to go with Avatar.
Think that would be the one that's probably going to take it?
To me, but I've not seen the other 3.
Yeah.
So with the 2 that I've seen, I would pick Avatar.
What about you, Joe? What do you think would be from your list?
I would say Avatar.
You think production-wise is going to be that? I'd have to agree.
It's pretty over the top.
Yeah, so that's why I kind of feel like that one's kind of got to be what it is.
Definitely not Elvis. No. Production-wise, Elvis was good.
It really was.
It was.
No lie.
Moving to the next one's run down. The next one real quick, if this computer will work with me. I forget. There we go. Original screenplay. Let me go full mass here.
Ooh.
Nominees for original screenplay. This is the script. Not based on any adaptations. The Banshees of Inisherin, if I'm saying that correctly. Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is probably going to be my pick. Yes. The Fabelmans, Tar, and Triangle of Sadness. That was an Amy Newman pick for best on her best list. Everything Everywhere All at Once is the one that was on my list, so that's the one I would pick. What about you, Greg?
I mean, I only saw one, but I would go with. I mean, the clips that I've seen of the other ones, I'm gonna go with Everything. I still cannot
believe I convinced you to watch that movie. When we saw that movie, have you still seen it yet?
What, Everything?
Everywhere All at Once?
I've seen it.
Oh,
it's amazing.
Man, makes you look at butt plugs a lot differently. What do you think, Tabs? Why you gotta
go to me after comments like that? No, for originals.
Wait. If you guys knew what she was talking about before we went on, but I digress. You're right. Okay. That was a bad transition. Sorry about that.
Anywho,
butt plugs.
Stop. So being that it's original screenplay, I hate you. You're a butt.
Plug?
Everything Everywhere All at Once seems like an obvious pick for a winner for this. Like, just the concept of that screenplay is just phenomenal. So yeah, definitely would pick that.
Yeah. Oh, the for me's not working.
Good. Now, what's the next? Because you're out of time.
Anywho, next one we have is rundown nominee. Why is the picture so small? Nominees for this is an adapted screenplay. So we have All Quiet on the Western Front, Glass Onion. People were like, "Why is Glass Onion on there?" Because
Glass Onion.
Oh no, I'm saying why wouldn't that be an original? No, it was based on a book. It's an adaptation. Living, I haven't even heard of that movie. Top Gun Maverick. I already know what Joy's pick is, and women talking. There's just too much of that going on.
Oh my God! You are between two women. Do you want to die today?
Joy, what is your pick for best adaptation of a screen?
I'm going with Top Gun Maverick.
Going with Top Gun. I'm gonna go with The Onion. I'm going with The Glass Onion. That was on my, because that was one that was on my list, and I know Top Gun was on yours. Tabs, what about you?
I'm going for Glass Onion. I loved that movie. I know that it was kind of like a hit or miss for people, but I truly enjoyed it.
I liked the movie a lot.
But I feel like for me...
Yeah, I thought it was good. Hold on, Nixon, All Quiet on the Western Front was so good, she said. Okay. I haven't seen it, so...
Is this going to work? Let me see if I can get this to work. Hold on.
For me...
Wait a second. Oh, you're gonna be mad if I can figure out how to get this soundboard working again. Screw it.
Stop messing with things and
before
go
you
to the
mess
next.
something else up.
Before I mess something else up.
Yes, and
Joy.
we're already past
We're like,
time.
we're at the end of the
do
day.
it, man. You're getting yelled at now.
You
Two
know,
women.
I can't hear
Women talking.
You're literally saying the things I know I'm gonna hear later on. Do it, Chris. You know you like it.
Visual effects.
Visual effects. Nominees for visual effects. All Quiet on the Western Front. Avatar: Way of Water. The Batman. Black Panther. Wakanda Forever. Top Gun Maverick. I'm sorry.
I think it's gonna be Black Panther.
Ooh. It's visual effects. James Cameron is the king of visual effects.
I understand.
It's going to be Avatar.
But I think it's gonna be Black Panther.
Babe, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with the unpopular opinion just because
Top Gun Maverick.
Visual effects and the links they had to go to get those real shots, not
I was about
real
to say,
shots.
I can give you that.
I would
I
give
can
Top
give
Gun.
I can give you that.
I have a sneaky link feeling that it's going to be Top Gun only because of that reason alone. Because that's all they talk about, the fact that those were
inside.
That is a legitimate argument.
Shot
though.
by them in the plane.
Yeah. I can back you on that one.
You could.
I think Black Panther, just because I think it was so visually expanded, in my opinion, from the first.
They call him Go God. I love that part. The Fishman. My five. Okay. Okay. So we all had 3 different picks.
Nixon said Way of Water is her pick.
Okay. Nixon's the tiebreaker. I win. All right. Moving on to the to the next one. Nominees for animated feature film. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
Didn't see any of
Marcel
them.
the Shell with Shoes On. Didn't see that either. See that. Puss in Boots, which is one that everybody's going crazy for. I
didn't see that one yet.
I got to see it. The Sea Beast. I haven't even heard that one.
It's pretty good.
And Turning Red, which should be the winner.
That's the one I'm.
That's the one I'm picking.
My child has watched that 437 times.
Going by what has been winning.
Going by what's been winning.
Pinocchio.
You think Pinocchio's going to take it?
Really?
Wait. Wait, Disney's Pinocchio? Or this is Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah. And he's already won, I see
what you're saying.
He's won several other categories of the stuff that's already...
animation, though?
Mm-hmm.
I just think Turning Red, by popular aspects, like having kids who watched it non-freaking stop. The Sea Beast was great, but they just didn't keep watching that. They've seen Puss in Boots, but I haven't seen it yet. Yeah. And the Pinocchio one's not really, it wasn't, like my 8-year-old isn't going to watch that over and over again. Right. But Turning Red, man, I couldn't get that off the TV.
Well, I know that even though Jasmine's kids have no idea what it's about, they watch it nonstop.
The Pinocchio one?
No, Turning Red.
Oh, Turning Red. Yeah.
They have no idea what it's even about, but they are entertained in songs and dancing.
Yeah. It's about a woman going through the change.
It really is.
Well, they're too young. They have no clue. It's just a teddy bear in their eyes and a lot of music, and they just think it's great.
Yeah, the fake ass NSYNC. But
Nixon likes Pinocchio.
Oh, okay. Maybe Pinocchio you might be right about that. Nominee for an actress in a supporting role. Angela Bassett, your winner. Is it Hong Chow from The Whale? Carrie Condon from Banshees of Inisherin. Jamie Lee Curtis from Everything Everywhere All at Once. I feel like it's between those two.
Yeah, I think it's
Stephanie Hughes from Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Jamie Lee Curtis was amazing in that movie.
Her.
I cracked up at the fact that she took home the portraits of her and the main character, the main actress, like their family portraits with the hot dog
the long
fingers.
fingers.
Yeah, she took them home.
Yeah.
Oh
She's
god,
like,
she got
"They're
those
at my
hanging up
house."
on the
Yeah.
wiener
Finger
fingers.
ones
Yes.
made me so uncomfortable.
Oh, I mean, a universe where the monkeys with the long fingers were the ones who evolved. It's, oh my god. Oh, spoiler alert. Sorry about that.
Nixon says it's Angela's time.
Yeah.
She's getting this award as an apology for not getting it for What's Love Got to Do with It. Just like people feel like Samuel Jackson. Denzel Washington got his award for Training Day as an apology for not getting it for Malcolm X. Because why does
And I mean, you cannot go wrong with Angela Bassett winning this. Like,
she's been nominated before, but I feel like she deserved it.
Oh, definitely.
That scene, like, as much as I've suffered, you have not lost all that I have lost. I mean, that was a powerful scene. Nominees for actors in a supporting role: Brendan Gleeson, The Banshees of Inisherin, Brian Tyree Henry, Causeway, Judd Hirsch, The Fablemans, Barry Colgan, The Banshees of Inisherin, Ki Hugh Kwan. Everything, Everywhere. He is only. It's the only one that I've seen, but I've seen the footage of him winning award. I mean, those other awards are.
He's a doll.
Yes, you love
him.
It tells you who's gonna likely win or where these same people are voting when they vote for the Academy. Because some of these people are the same people that are voting these other things, are the same people that are in the Academy. And if they're voting for certain people in this, that means that person is likely to win in this.
And
so he's probably got this. He's won everything else.
He had to call on Chunk, who is a lawyer now,
to give him a good deal.
His contract,
because he didn't have a
lawyer. He hasn't acted in a long time.
Are you kidding me? I did not know this.
Chunk is a lawyer now.
Chunk is a lawyer now.
What?
He had to call his old friend and say, "I don't have an agent. I don't have a lawyer. I need help." And he's like, "I got you, bro."
He's like, "Yeah, let's do it."
What? That's amazing. I did not know that.
Yeah, it's amazing, but that means Chunk getting paid too. He's like, thanks for calling me, bro. I got you. But you know he's gonna have his back though. Yes, that's the
Nixon agrees.
That's the cool thing about that. So we're all in agreement on that one. Let's see, real quick, going to the next one. Rundown.
You went to the middle of the screen.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, so, yeah, I gotta go to the top. Nominee for actor in a leading role: Austin Butler. Ooh. Let me go full mass on this because it's so important to one person here.
No, it's not.
Austin Butler, Elvis Presley, Colin Farrell for The Banshees.
That's not even my pick.
Brendan Fraser is your pick.
Let Mr. Brendan have it.
Paul Mescal for Aftersun and Bill Nye for Living. A lot of people think it should be Brandon. It's going to be Brendan Fraser, but I'm hearing a lot of buzz that Colin Farrell is the.
I haven't seen that movie, so I don't.
I haven't seen it, but Colin, he's I feel like I don't want to say underrated, but he crushes it on a lot of things that he does.
He's a very good actor.
Very good,
absolutely. But I think that this was a monumental moment for Brendan Fraser in a very good role. Like, the role he got to play in this was so substantial that I think that that's what's going to take him to the winning aspect of this.
It sucks that we just heard that DC is now. Is that the window?
Nixon thinks it's Austin, by the way.
That DC is canceling Doom Patrol and Titans, for that TV show that Brendan Fraser is in. Yeah, this is the last season, but Brandon's getting work though. I think it's good. So yeah, maybe Brandon. I wouldn't be surprised. It's a stat cast. I think I wouldn't be surprised who won it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm on top of that first time watching thing that we should do for RRR. That would be funny as hell.
It's gonna be so funny.
I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to try to watch all of these movies that I haven't seen before the Oscars. I'm going to try to do that. I'm not going to ask anybody else to join me. I'm going to watch it myself.
I don't know if I can make that happen.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to become cultured. These peons next to me, they don't understand the culture. I'm the real movie guy on the panel here. You guys follow me. Like me on TikTok.
Oh my God.
Hit that like button. Kiss me on the lips. Ugh. All right. One person here wants to kiss me. All right. Nominees for actress in a leading role: Cate Blanchett, Tar, Ana de Armas in Blondie, Andrea Riseborough in To Leslie, Michelle Williams in The Fableman, and Michelle Yeoh in Everything Everywhere All at Once. two people that I feel like it's between. I feel like it's between Cate Blanchett and Michelle Yeoh.
I'm all for Michelle Yeoh on
I'm
this
all-
one.
I'm all
I'm
for
like
Michelle
all in
Yeoh.
on
She's the
her.
fan favorite,
But
but
we don't-
Cate Blanchett is Cate Blanchett.
I actually think Michelle Williams gets a lot of like critic and peer, like what's the word I'm looking for?
Praise.
Praise, yeah. So I think that your assessment of that is pretty good. As much as I love me some Cate Blanchett, because I really do, I haven't seen Tar, so I can't really go for if that was a role that's going to
I heard that
surpass
all
those.
these ladies were great in their roles.
But Michelle Yeoh, like, just freaking killed that role.
Yeah. Is it bad? Let me throw a hypothesis in the mix. Is it bad to not vote for, if you're in the Academy, not vote for, let's say Cate Blanchett, even though it's a stacked cast, but let's say Cate Blanchett technically did give the best performance out of all the other 5. But you have another person who has been deserving and you want to make a moment. Do you think it's possible that people in the Academy, even though they might feel like Cate Blanchett, because Cate Blanchett I think has an Oscar, they might go, but I kind of feel like this is, I don't feel like she did a better job, but I feel like it's her time. I think that happens.
I think that's going to always be that way because
You think that's going to be? You think
Politics
people
are
think
way
that,
in
or you
this.
think that actually happens?
I think it happens
Every year.
It's like it's
Because
just like with court. You tell people, we want you to be impartial. We want you to strictly look at this. No favorites, just on their based on their total acting. But people's emotions play into
everything.
it. They can tell you till you're blue in the face. I swear, I was
impartial.
I was just looking at the facts.
That goes back to the scandal that used to be in the Oscars, because there were a lot of people in the Academy that admitted that they didn't watch every movie that they were given. They were given all the movies that were being nominated because they were supposed to judge them. And a lot of them, a couple years ago, this is why they had that whole shakeup and they had to increase the size of the Academy. A lot of them admitted, I didn't watch all those movies, man, but I know Tom Hanks always crushes it, so I voted for him, even though I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
I was like, they were like, dude, that's like,
It's just popularity vote
There's
at that point.
Yep.
But they had to fix that they seemingly fixed it. But I think there's a chance.
I hope Michelle gets it. Like,
but do you? What about that scenario that I painted it? What if technically Cate did a better job?
I mean, if technically Cate did a better job,
but
I think
there's
that's
Would
fine.
you, but
still
would
even-
you still vote for Michelle because you feel like Kate's already got one?
But still,
No.
even in that, people are people, and you have your preference.
Yeah.
I can watch a movie and go, I'm telling you, that's the best acting I've ever seen, and you're gonna go, no,
I've seen better."
I've seen better than that. This
I know,
one-
it's always subjective.
So-
but if it's even if it's clear to you personally, you love Michelle. Let's say you love Michelle Yeoh more, but you know for a fact
You're
in your
trying
opinion.
to remove emotion from something that can't be removed because the whole point of a movie is to receive emotion
Yeah,
from
you're right.
it.
People's experience is always going to be different.
That has to be part of your choice in what you're wanting because the purpose of movies is to give you that emotion, is to pull you into it and make
experiential
you feel something that they're trying to show.
Okay. Everybody in the Academy has voted. You are the last vote,
I
and
vote for
you're
Michelle.
the deciding vote. You watched both movies, and you in your mind you know Cate did the better job.
See, I don't necessarily believe that because
But you haven't seen the movie yet. You don't
No,
know.
but
No.
I'll go off-
And in my scenario, you've watched both
Okay,
movies,
but
and
I'm
you
gonna
say
apply this. I'm gonna apply this by what Nixon said because Nixon saw both, and she made a description. She's like, first scene, Cate describing her hand was magical. Someone who loves music. The idea and concepts behind it was absolutely amazing, and I love me some Cate Blanchett. I think she's an amazing actor.
okay.
However, to my feelings and my emotional connection, Michelle's role, Michelle's acting, and the concept of that movie just blows my mind. I was blown away by that movie. The originality of it. For me, Cate Blanchett's movie is not necessarily an original thought. Michelle's movie is an original thought. My brain had never seen or computed something like that before. So for me, her acting to create something that my brain had never been able to understand before and believe it and experience it and feel it and be taken by it, that supersedes it.
I get what you're saying, but
But
that's
emotion.
not the scenario I'm painting. I'm saying, if let's say in my scenario,
I don't like your scenario.
I know. I'm not asking you. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm just asking you to answer the question.
Yes, you're trying to lead me to answer the way you
I'm not.
want
No,
to answer.
no. I'm not. I'm trying to get you to hear my question, which is, if you saw Tar and Tar gave you a bigger emotion or a better or stronger emotional response than Everything Everywhere All at Once, but would you still vote for Michelle to win because you're like, okay, Kate's got one already, and I feel like it's Michelle's time.
I don't do
You would
pity.
still have voted for the one that
I don't do pity.
you would vote for the one that gave you the better experience.
That gave me the better experience. I don't do pity. Pity is not something that I think it should be given in these situations. I just truly believe that my connection to that movie and that actor in that moment was substantial for me.
But that's coming from a person who hadn't watched the other one.
Well,
you don't know if that other one would give.
No. I'm going on, and I'm using someone. I am believing.
That's their experience. That's not your experience.
I'm believing her experience as someone else who.
Don't listen to Nixon. She breaks stuff.
No, as someone who also enjoys music and who's also been in that lifestyle, who's also had a connection to music and can connect to that movie. For me, I know I'm going to say it every time, but for me, the experience of Michelle's movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once, was substantial. The other one was great, and I had a wonderful experience, but that was a new concept for me. That was a new thing for my brain to wrap around.
Got it working. I'm gonna let you talk while I fix that shit. For me. Yeah.
But
all right.
I truly enjoyed Michelle in that movie and the way she acted in that movie and all the different concepts that she had to go through and create that were just out of thin air. For me.
Okay, now it's working. Now they can hear it. Okay. She's over here trying to accuse me of steering her to an answer. I'm trying. She was trying to steer me away from
an unrealistic.
I gave her a scenario and she totally ignored it. No, because Michelle Yeoh gave me a bigger experience. Well, I said if.
I got a boner for Michelle.
Obviously. All right. Last two on the list, real fast. Best director. I don't care what y'all say. It's gonna be Steven Spielberg. It's always Steven Spielberg. I mean, it's just what's gonna happen.
He won the other award shows that have already come out this year for this.
For directors? Yeah. If the directors are voting for Steven Spielberg.
I think it should be Everything Everywhere All at Once, but
I mean that's some crazy
that is some crazy ass directing.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Like when you think of the concept
to get that all together.
Yes.
And
I ain't gonna lie. If you'd have told me that Steven Spielberg directed Everything Everywhere All at Once, I would have believed you. I would have like, this was like crazy. He pulls this. Yeah, I agree.
This is one of those awards that you're like, you feel like he's winning it strictly because it's Spielberg. Okay, Spielberg.
And that was that's what the Academy
Spielberg
was. It's happening. It used to happen a lot. According to people in the Academy, that's old heads in the Academy. They would admit it. I didn't watch it, but if I see a certain name and I know he never phones it in, I'm gonna give him I always give him the vote, even though I didn't watch the movie. That happens less now. It's harder to do now because they increased the size of the Academy. So and there's more, and it's become more diverse. So But according to people who saw The Fabelmans, this is not one that he phoned in. He didn't do a bad job on this. He crushed it. He won last year too, I believe. So it might be a back-to-back, but I wouldn't be shocked. People are saying that the outside chance for the person that's not outside of Steven Spielberg is Banshees of Inisherin. That's what people are saying. But I would love it if Everything Everywhere Goes at Once wins it. Because of what you just said. You just convinced me. I was like, because of the crazy, you had to been smoking something nobody ever heard of, hadn't been invented yet.
Microdosing at the same time.
To do what you did for that movie. No, dude. I want you to stand in front of the camera with a raccoon on your head and just run around. like what? What?
And they just went for it.
like the dude like going to the director like
you're gonna have some sausage fingers.
Yeah.
There's two rocks.
In this scene, there's a rock.
So I'm gonna need you to voice over this.
So I'm talking to the rock. Yes, as another Rock. Like, yeah, I read that in the script, and I was
not
like,
Dwayne.
people thought that I'm sure those actors thought, is this correct? Did I get the right script? Is this right?
Gosh.
All right.
Yeah.
If there's a sequel to that movie, I wouldn't be surprised. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once again.
Oh God, that would be an amazing title.
Again.
I'd watch it. I was like, this gonna be trippy.
Yeah, that would be a good title too.
Goodness.
All right, moving on to I forgot who we said. I said Steven Spielberg is probably gonna win it, but I would love it if.
Yeah.
But Best Picture
Oh,
overall,
God.
the 10 categories.
Lord, that's a lot of.
All Quiet on the Western
names.
Front, Avatar, The Way of Water, The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fabelmans, Tar, Top Gun, Maverick, Triangle of Sadness, and Women Squawking. All right.
Women squawking.
I feel like for me.
That literally made me snort laughing.
What? What happened? What happened here? What's going on? Why are you tripping?
God.
Y'all tripping. What do you think? What do y'all think? Who's on
I'm
this
going
list?
for Avatar just for Best Picture. It just in the way it's performed.
2 billion.
Yeah, the way it's performed. The actual
She loves the way it
movie.
performed.
It got wet.
It is disgusting. What did I?
Well, I would love to see Top Gun Maverick win, but he'll never get it. Never.
I mean, he produced the movie, so it would be his Oscar too.
But it'll never happen. So I'll say Everything Everywhere All at Once.
No, it should happen because Tom Cruise will be like, I single-handedly saved the movie industry. You guys should be on your damn knees thanking me for saving this industry, this business.
I'm not a fan of him.
No, I'm not a fan of him, but
1.5.
that movie was
this woman came home like on cloud 9 when I sent her to see that movie.
That movie was just it
It was amazing. People said it was amazing.
Nixon just said Avatar bong water at this point.
Bong water.
Chris is beating a dead horse.
2 billion. I am no longer in the James Cameron Dowden business. 2 billion, baby. Woo. 6 movies have reached 2 billion in the box office. 3 of them are James Cameron. I'm sorry, that's just an amazing stat.
I mean, I think it's for me. The obvious pick. Okay.
That's not. Oh, he's not gonna win. I don't think he's gonna win.
It's Avatar is the obvious pick. I would love Everything Everywhere All at Once. Like I would probably jump for joy in real life.
They've got the most nominations.
So
11.
Like, I am all for that, but I really think for me.
Keep going. What would you say? Something about a fashion show? What was that?
Yeah. So, but I think Avatar being so successful and the movie that it is, and being James Cameron, is sort of a good one. Yeah.
All right. Hot take. All right. I'm just glad that I got the soundboard working again at the last minute after it's all, way
So
past
glad
everybody's bedtime.
Yes.
I apologize,
Yes.
guys. So we're going to skip Nixon. We'll pre-record the We Got Your Mail version of the show. Whoa. Is that what happens when I push that button?
Well, apparently.
Oh, I was on the wrong thing. There we go. So we're not going to do We Got Your Mail. That was a good one, too. So sorry about that, guys. Let me power through that and become a member. Hope you guys hit the like and subscribe button. Let us know what you guys think at all time. Every time I say this is going to be an hour only show, we wind up staying here for 3 hours because I'm always doing too much. My wife is sitting here next to me thinking, she's like, I could already kind of tell what you're thinking because she's like, for my guess my Christmas / birthday gift, she hooked me up with a new higher performing computer. But then I feel like I'm making you feel bad because you feel like, oh my God, did I buy my husband like a lemon? But no, I don't think you did. Your lemon husband, your lemon head, keeps flooding it with too much shit, and I'm the problem. I'm going too crazy with these graphics. Trying to get Discord. What we learned, we now learned that Discord isn't working. We know what works, we know what doesn't. I feel like, hopefully, for me that the next episode will run smoother because we won't go through I know what not to do. So, that being said, stay tuned. Become a subscriber, and think about becoming a patron. Think about becoming a member to our YouTube channel. Don't do both, either one or the other, because it's just the same stuff. You'll be double paying unless you just want to. If you want to pay $5 for YouTube membership and for Patreon. It's disgusting what I do for you if you if you tell me you would subscribe to both. That'd be great. But no, just do one or the other. That's where you're gonna get exclusive NC-17 content. Me and Joy doing the nasty, baby. OnlyFans. Oh no, sorry, that was the OnlyFans. Sorry about that. Oh, I was thinking about the wrong thing. Well, anyway. No, exclusive content, but maybe the stuff that we've already talked about or the things that we didn't talk about. We're gonna do a few of them right now. We didn't get any donations, so we're not gonna live stream that. So we're gonna get into that real quick. It's gonna be a short one too, though, because like I said, we've gone way over. I want to thank Navigator Nixon for helping me put the program together. I'm sorry, Stevie Nicks, that I've glitched out. We've learned that Discord just doesn't like me, but I appreciate you helping me out in the putting this all together. I want to thank my co-chair. I'll start with the and new queen of my universe. No longer is she a Buchanan. No longer an Alamo. No. She is Joy Fagan. I put a ring on it.
Locked it down.
Baby, if people want to find you online, where can they do that?
My Instagram is Scrub Hats and More by Joy. And I changed TikTok today to, I don't know what when they search, I don't know. Is it the username that they search?
Your TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh, no, the one you changed it to. Look.
Viola Fagan.
I was ahead of that. That's why I was asking, because I wanted to, because I was updating the social tag. So yeah, that's where you can find it. And cousin Tabs, Black Ties, Likens and Vampire. Where can they find you online? Let me start your social name thing up over again while you say it. So
you can find me on TikTok at Let's Have Fun 012 and then Let's Have Fun 012_backup, because now I have to have a backup because TikTok's a butt. And on Instagram at Tabatha.Jordan.18. That's me. That
was perfect timing. That was right when it came up. Man, I am sick with those graphics. And guys, if you want to reach out to me, it's all the same ats. It's Chris W. Fagan on TikTok. It's Chris W. Fagan on Instagram. See, look at that. Look, I got the graphic going on. And it's Chris W. Fagan on the Twitters. Or at Th3 Medias, because I'm the one watching that. Anyway, so that's how you can reach out to me. Send me your questions, your comments, your concerns, all your conspiracy theories, your rundowns that you feel like we should go over. And just laugh at me because every time you say, Chrissy, every time you say you're going to make it an hour show, the show ends up being 5 hours long. What the hell is wrong with you, man? Tabatha has to go to work in the morning. Why are you being such a butt? Because they problems ain't my problems.
This is true, too.
And I'm an asshole. I have a punchable face, and I love to watch people squirm and suffer. Yeah. I taught these two young ladies on the screen right here. I love making their lives miserable.
It's true.
And hassle-full. Not hassle-free, hassle-full.
All right.
That is my pleasure.
He doesn't lie.
I do not lie. I ain't never lie. Let me put the rundown back on there. Let me go full screen right there. There we go. These two people, I just love to torture them all the time. Guys, it's time to go. Appreciate you guys. Let's go to overtime, which is not going to be streamed. So without further ado, guys, this is Chris signing off for the Rundown Crew. And till next time, guys, have a good one.
Guys, that's the end of this episode of The Rundown. Remember to like this video, become a subscriber, and share. This really does help us out. And click here or here. Thanks for watching.